What's up everyone, it's Matt Mrozik, aka MVM397, with work in progress number 4 on my Zeong conversion. Hopefully this will be a shorter video, it won't be 20 minutes long. Just want to kind of give you a little update. Nothing too exciting. Got my master grade kit in the other night, so I was able to put all the pieces from that onto it. And the master grade kit was already snapped together, so I didn't have to take any of the parts off and clean them up. So it was funny, I posted a picture on Facebook and Justin was like, "Man, you work really fast." When literally putting the conversion parts took me less than 5 minutes, because all I had to do was take them off the master grade kit and snap them onto the conversion kit, and everything fits really well. There's not much to fit, so I'll show you what you use from the master grade kit. Let me get a little closer here. I get better light. For the thrusters, for the big thrusters, you take the big thrusters off the master grade kit. And that's what these are, and they become the interior of the large thrusters on the resin kit. And same thing for the little thrusters. You take the thrusters from the master grade kit, hopefully you guys can see that in the camera, and they become the interior of the resin part, which actually works really well because it makes it easy to paint, and just adds a lot of nice detail to it. The other part that you use are the arms. I'll show you that real quick. Oh, here it is all pinned together, by the way. Let me take out the tripod and show you. Here it is. Everything that's can be pinned, for the most part, has been pinned. Now, I don't pin every single piece. Some of this is just stuck on there. You can see the plastic parts there in the back, those little areas. Here are the hinges. See if I'll get to focus. Here are the hinges that allow the hatch to open and close. I'll demonstrate that to you in a little bit. And those went together really easily, and they work really well. You can see I'm missing a bunch of little pieces in there, and they're going to be sanded a little bit. They don't quite fit well. They're a little too big. And those are right there. There's 7 of them, so those have to be sanded down to fit. What else can I show you? The head, right there. Now for the V fin or the horns, it does come with plastic parts right there. Those will plug into the side, and those don't fit quite as well right now. They have to do some trimming on the resin, I think, to get them to really fit well. But they won't stay in by themselves right now. That's part of working with a conversion kit. If it's a really good conversion kit, all the parts will snap in just as if it was part of the plastic kit. But sometimes you have to do some adjusting and sanding, and that's just the nature of the beast. So for the master grade, you use the arms. There's a finger that got broken in shipping, no big deal, because I think I'm going to attempt to light the fingers. I have a couple ideas on how to do that, but I'm not sure yet. You can see right there that you don't use the armor for the shoulder. You take that off and just leave it bare for the, which is kind of cool. Makes a nice detailed part. And the rest of it, all this, does not get used. So I don't know. I'm gonna throw that in my parts bin and I'll do something with it. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll try to scratch build something or kit bash something, which I've yet to attempt. So that's how it looks all pinned together. Pretty impressive. I gave you a sense on the last video when I had the stabilizer in, but now he is all together. I don't have the thrusters in the bottom yet, but I'm going to show you what I did on the rear main skirt there. I used magnets to hold it in place. So it's looking pretty good. Here are all the parts that are not pinned. Just a few. I have all of these. I'm only going to pin 4 more pieces, and that's these guys right here. These hold on the big thrusters. Everything else doesn't get pinned because they'll just get simply glued on, so they're not attached to the kit yet. Got a few little pieces I've got to fix. This piece got a chip in it. There's a piece under here that got broken a little bit. I have a hole to fix. I was testing what size pin I was going to use. I'm going to replace all the rivets with pins, metal pins. Let's see the focus. Anyway, you can see where I screwed up. I have to fill out with some putty and fix it. So, which brings me to a quick subject. Putties. Which putties do I use? Which do I like? My go-to putty for 99.9% of my work is Tamiya Light Curing Putty. Love this stuff. I bought 2 bottles of this, I don't know, 3 years ago. This looks pretty beat up. I have yet to use an entire bottle. And you can use it in, it says light curing. Now that means like if you were to use this out in the sunlight, it would cure in literally like 10 seconds. Under a normal lighting, like in my shop here, I can use this no problem. It won't cure. In fact, I have a hard time getting it to cure underneath incandescent light. Supposedly it works. It doesn't work for me. So I actually went out. I didn't go out. I stole from my wife, because she has 2 of these, a UV light. Now this is used for, excuse me while the camera's all out of whack, this is used for drawing nails. But those are UV fluorescents in there. So when I'm doing my putty work, I simply plug that in, and then I stick my pieces in there, and within 10-15 seconds it's fully cured and ready to sand. So I like it for 2 reasons. One reason, it cures super fast. I'm trying to get the cord out of the way. And 3, it sands. It's the same consistency as a resin, so it sands as easily. So it's really easy for spot touches. I use it for most of my stuff. My next go-to putty is Tamiya Quick Type, and most of you guys know about all this stuff. It's a 2-part epoxy putty. You mix it with, it's 2 pieces. You cut it individually, and you knead the crap out of it till it's a consistent color. And then you can work with it for about 45 minutes, and then it starts to kind of get hard. You can sculpt it, you can cut it as it hardens. I use this for when I have to, like the part that got chipped, I'll use that for this. I'll use this for, there's another part on here I've got to do some fixing on. I can't remember which it is, but I got to use some Tamiya putty for that. Oh, the part that's missing that detail on the bottom part for the arm, I'll use this to sculpt that piece with. The 2 types that I don't use very often, this is, oh crap, I just drew a blank. Anyway, we'll get to that next. Squadron putty. A lot of people swear by this stuff. I absolutely hate it. I bought this, God, I've had this forever. I used it one time and I hated it. It shrinks, it takes forever to dry. It says fast drying. Fast drying meaning like a day. I don't like it. So, in my opinion, stay away from the Squadron putty. Trying to draw the name of the other putty. I'm totally losing it. Anyway, you guys know what this is. It's again a 2-part putty. This is really old. It probably needs to be thrown out. It's really good for sculpting and stuff. You need to make pieces, but yeah. Anyway, I just totally drew a blank on that. Someone will pipe up and tell me what that is. But it's quite embarrassing because everyone should know that. And this is really good stuff here. Mr. Dissolve Putty. This is really nice. It's basically liquid putty. I started using this a little bit last year for fixing minor blemishes and deep scratches. It takes a little while to dry, but I really like it. It's great for filling in seam lines too. If you have some seam lines that are just being nasty and they don't want to fill in, this works really well. You just brush it on, you let it dry, and wet sand it, and then you're ready for primer. So I think that's about it for this update. Really, I want to show you the Master Grade kit, how that it's incorporated. I am going to be adding some beads and balls to the kit, and I have all those in here. For the most part, I'll be using the 1.5 millimeter tubes for a little resin detail. All the little let's see, like this little detail here. It's like a little screw head. That'll get drilled out and replaced. Get to focus. Come on. Right there. That little thing will get drilled out. So this is one of my kits that I have for all that stuff. I got power cables. I got some like machine gun, whatever you want to call it. Screw heads, balls, beads, mono-white lenses, Vulcan heads. I've had this stuff forever. The thing is, I get so busy on a kit, I forget that I have it and I don't use it. One thing I use a lot are my metal thrusters, and I have over here. I got a ton of those suckers. There's one set right there. And most of these I got from HQ Parts on eBay. Same guys that I used on my blue Sinanju. Anyway, HQO Parts. I think that's what it is. So anyway, looks pretty good. I'm going to show you real quick how I did the rear end with the magnet. It's kind of cool. makes it easy to take off for transport. Again, like I said, I tend to enter contests a lot, so taking these kits apart for transport is important. If you ever have to transport your kits, it's much easier to be able to take it apart and pack things up with padding and stuff rather than trying to pack it as one, because damage will occur. So let's see if I can do this while it's on the stand. Spin around, make sure we're in frame. So I'm going to show you real quick how this hinge works. It's pretty neat. So you have the option of having this open or closed. So it's got these plastic hinges in there. They simply you just push in on this part. Now these aren't glued in, so it may fall apart on me. And there goes that part. Again, none of this is really permanent. It's just kind of loose. Just kind of a little locking mechanism. Watch, it's not going to work for me that I'm on camera. There we go. Anyway, it's going to fold down, and you can close it like so. Pretty neat. So then also I have this back piece, and this may fall apart. Here we go. Held on with 2 magnets. So there they are. And again, they're not centered or anything. I did line them up using the same method I did for pinning. But there they are. Here's the bottom side. And I'll show you real quick what the thrusters will look like when those are on. And things are falling off as I'm speaking. So now this just gets all the small thrusters. So like this will go in there. This will go in there. This will go in. This will go in. And then there's one more, and this guy goes in like so. Pretty cool. It's a lot of firepower. So that's how those go in. And the big guys go up underneath the skirts, which I don't have pinned in yet. So that's nice. So basically, when I take this thing anywhere, if I need to, I can just slide the rear end off pretty simply, and it's, whoop, and like I said, things are falling off as I talk. So goes it. So that's it. Short video, 12 minutes. Again, thanks for watching, guys. My next step is I'm going to tear it all down. I'm going to throw it into some purple powder, let it sit for a few days, and then we'll get back to drilling some holes for pipes and stuff. And I did mention I'm going to try to light the fingers. I have 2 ideas. One idea is to see if I can find a fiber optic big enough to take the place of the inside of the finger. I think they make them that big, but inside there's like this, the inside part. I'm wondering if I can do a fiber optic that big, or if I can do a brass tube instead of the inside, get rid of the ball joint. I'm going to have to do some scratch building, do a brass tube, and then put an LED in the tip of that. I'm more inclined to do a fiber optic because I only need 1 LED or 2 LEDs, and I can put there's enough room underneath the butt here, underneath this piece, to put batteries. I put a battery pack and LEDs and stuff. So I don't know. I've never lit anything other than what came with the kit. I'm not an electrician, so I got to do some research, and I have a friend that's really good at it, so he might have some ideas. So that's it for me tonight, guys. Take it easy. We'll catch you later. Thanks.